Hey everybody, Jeff here.
Megan.
Yes, Megan's back to help me take a look at a game. Today we're going to be looking at something that Grey Gnome Games is going to be putting out. It's Trainmaker, and it's actually not designed by Jason Glover. It's designed by
by Chris Leader.
Done. I'm out. Jason, you and I had a good thing going. You put out some awesome games. We punched pumas together. And then you do this to me. Nice. Nice. So anyway, we're going to be taking a look at Trainmaker from Chris Leader, being published by Grey Gnome Games. It's on Kickstarter right now and is going until March 26th. 2015. So, of course, you'll be seeing us rolling some dice behind us. This is basically a dice rolling set collection game where you're rolling your dice and you're trying to create stations and score different stations, which will give you goods and potentially special abilities as well that you can use. You can discard a card that you've collected, and each one has a different ability that you can kind of use to help mitigate the dice. The game we're playing actually went fairly quick. It can be a fairly quick game, so we didn't get into some of the special abilities. We didn't get to use our track switch token and all that good stuff, but there are things like that happening in this. So the base way to win is collect one of each of the goods. So there's passenger, cattle, mail, coal, corn, and timber. If you can collect one of each of those, you're good. Or each player will have a secret contract. And these will be a different way that you can win. So, for instance, in our game, I just won using Bunyan's Biscuits because I had to collect either 3 corn stations or 3 timber stations. And I was able to roll into 2 wilds and a timber. Bam! Winner! Yes.
Nothing.
You got something to say?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think of this one?
I enjoyed it. I enjoy dice rolling games, similar to Yahtzee, where you do set collection. Thought the theme was cute. The artwork is all good. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. It's quick. It's fast.
Yes.
Everybody knows how I like that. The rules didn't take longer than the gameplay.
Yeah, Megan didn't trust me on this game. So she ran off in a corner and told me to be quiet while she read the rules. Apparently, she doesn't think I've been teaching her games properly all these years.
I just don't know what to trust yet.
And yet, who won? What?
I need to review the tape.
Yeah. I think I need to review the tape. I remember somebody going, I swear that was a caboose. I promise it was. So yeah, this is a nice little casual game. Again, for like Megan said, it's got some elements that people will be familiar with the Yahtzee and Farkle and those kind of games. So it's the push your luck dice rolling style game where you're trying to build out your train, and you can't save a caboose to put on the end later. You've got to build the train as it goes. You can have a longer train than you need. But you can't, say, okay, well, I rolled a caboose, I'm going to put that aside, and I'm just going to keep rolling until I need the caboose. But you have to add to your train every time you roll, or else you can't continue to re-roll the dice you haven't used yet. So it's that push your luck factor where, which one, like the wilds you need longer trains. So it's like, do I want to go for that wild? I need a pretty large train to grab it. But with my first roll, maybe I'm pretty close, and maybe that's something I want to risk. There's the other nice little thing about you can build either a single engine or a double engine train. And if you build a double engine train, if you complete and score a card with a double engine train, you basically get to immediately take another turn or another attempt at building a train. But there's three station cards out. You've scored one. It doesn't replenish right away. So now you use the dice that you use to score that card and only those. So if you didn't use some, those stay off to the side. And you can only go for the 2 remaining stations. And then once your turn is completely done, you replenish up to 3. So it's a second set of kind of push your luck a little bit. It's like, okay, I'm going to build this train with 2 engines, but now I'm getting down to maybe some of my final dice. Do I want to continue to push my luck and try to get the longer train so that I can have more dice to play with? Or do I just go ahead and score the shorter train with a station that I know I can grab right now, but have less dice to roll to try to get that second train? There's little things like that. Again, they've got the... once you've collected some of the cards, you keep them for your score, or each one has an ability that can kind of help manipulate the dice and stuff. And then you also make that decision, like, I really desperately need a reroll. Well, I got one of these guys here that lets me reroll any dice I want, including dice that you usually can't touch, which are part of your train. So you can actually pull stuff off your train and reroll that as well. So that, but then if you use it, you discard it, and now it's not there for you to try to score with. So you kind of got to weigh that out. You get the switch track token, which you get once per game. Basically, you can use this to switch one die to anything you want. So if you're really desperately stuck, let's say you did roll all those dice and the only thing you needed left was a caboose, and it's later in the game and you really need that station, spend your token, put it down, grab the card. So yeah, there's a lot of cool little things going on for a game that is basically, like I said, on the casual dice rolling side of things. Nothing overly complicated here. What are we thinking for like nieces and nephews and stuff?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
Oh.
It's been a long day.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
whenever we got the little ones around the house, oh, you give them some dice. You give them some dice and you just let them go. Even the youngins, they know not to eat the dice. Not in Minnesota. No, you don't do that.
Stop. Anywho, yes, I would enjoy bringing this around the younger children. I would probably do the 10 and above age. I think little kids might, get the strategy behind the collection and stuff. I think might be a little much for the little kids, but that I think you could also possibly change it up a little bit for them, not make it as. Yeah,
I mean, I think to me, obviously it depends on the children and what kind of games that you've kind of got them already playing. Because I could see this with 8 and 9 if you've already kind of gone down that path. Because, I mean, at first glance, this card kind of looks like there's a lot of reading to it, but there really isn't. And the icons are on there nice and big for what they need to collect. And you can kind of explain some of that to them up front. Some of these others might be a little complicated, but again, you can get rid of this for younger kids. You can get rid of the contract cards and just say play until somebody collects all of them and stuff like that. So I think it can be adjusted really well for a slightly younger audience. And again, you get into that set collection thing, and that decision making with push your luck and stuff like that, which I think can be a lot of fun and good for kids to kind of get into and get kind of thinking in that thought process. So I can definitely see it 8, 9, but like Megan said, 10 plus for sure. And yeah, it's a great little family game, and it is one that you can. Somebody's used to the Yahtzee, the Farkle, stuff like that. This is another one of those where you go, okay, well, here's the next step up maybe from Yahtzee and Farkle. There's a couple extra things added onto it, but it's very comfortable and familiar for them. For what they're used to in the game. So definitely check it out. Again, it's Trainmaker, Grey Gnome Games, designed by
Chris Leader.
Damn it. Definitely go check it out again. It's on Kickstarter until March 26th, 2015. we're giving it a recommend, especially for the casual gamer.
He says with questioning voice, we do.
It's because I'm looking to our casual gamer expert.
Yes, we do.
The casual gamer in the field.
Uh-huh. The man on the street.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yay.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will bring you more videos soon. Take care. Alright, I know it looks pretty simplistic as it sits right here, but the cool thing about this game is the designer really loves zombies. So, it's a zombie game in disguise. Now, the deal is, we're in the middle, basically the dead of winter, but not the crappy dead of winter kind. It's actually the kind where people know about sensible winter clothing. So we're not worried about frostbite, but the government is looking at the zombie crisis, and the general public doesn't know about it. So they've contracted all these people that run railroad stations to take supplies back and forth to see how well that they can help them during the zombie apocalypse. So they don't want the general public to know about it, so they're just letting people know they're just transporting goods. But everybody gets a secret contract from the government, and if they can get their secret contract done, they win the contract during the zombie apocalypse to keep mankind going and functioning. Now, if you derail your train, you have to do a zombie fight because they come to the train as it derails and try to take over and kill your engineer. So, really, this is a really cool, complex kind of zombie game. So what do you think?
Oh, thank God. It's not just another train game.
I don't like zombie games. Train games are so much better.
Yep, this is what I put up with.
So what do you think?
I can do it. I suck at acting.
You got one line. One line.
So I'm behind the camera.
They're not even looking at you.
I know. I can't help it. I don't know what's going on either. I can't even. I get the giggles.
Sell it. Sell it, baby. Show me something.
I can't stop. Now I'm really off.
You had one job.
What's such a silly job?